Ever wondered why the role of a notary public is emphasized in real estate transactions? It's because in the world of real estate, where transactions involve significant sums of money, the stakes are high. The minutiae matter, and one small error can lead to massive complications down the line. This is where the notary public steps in, serving as a crucial cog in the machinery of property transactions. A notary public isn't just a person who stamps documents. They are public officers appointed by a state government to help deter fraud. Their primary role is to witness the signing of important documents, such as those involved in a real estate transaction. They verify the identities of each party involved, ensuring that the people signing the documents are who they say they are. This is a crucial step in preventing fraudulent activities and protecting the rights of all parties involved. But the role of a notary public doesn't stop at identity verification. They also ensure that the parties involved are signing the documents under their own free will, not under duress or coercion. They confirm that the signatories understand the contents of the documents they are signing and the implications of the agreement. By doing so, they help to ensure that the transaction is conducted smoothly, without any misunderstandings that could lead to disputes or legal issues later on. In the realm of real estate, where transactions are often complex and involve numerous documents, the role of a notary public is all the more important. They help to ensure that all paperwork is in order, that all signatures are valid, and that the transaction is conducted in accordance with the law. They serve as an impartial witness to the transaction, adding a layer of trust and legality to the process. So, the next time you find yourself involved in a real estate transaction, remember the notary public. They are there to protect your interests, ensure the validity of the transaction, and keep everything running smoothly. In essence, a notary public serves as an impartial witness, adding a layer of trust and legality to real estate transactions. To better grasp the role of a notary public in real estate, let us explore a case study. Picture this. Mr. Smith is selling his suburban home to the Johnson family. Both parties, eager to seal the deal, meet to sign the paperwork and finalize the transaction. But here's where the notary public comes in, acting as a neutral third party to ensure everything runs smoothly. The notary public, Mrs. Davis, steps in to ensure that all documents are in order before the parties start signing. She meticulously checks every page, looking out for any missing pieces or discrepancies that could potentially lead to problems down the line. Mrs. Davis is not just a figurehead. She is an integral part of the process, safeguarding both Mr. Smith and the Johnsons against any potential fraud or misunderstanding. Once she approves the paperwork, the signing process begins. Mrs. Davis observes as Mr. Smith signs the deed transfer, verifying his identity and ensuring he's signing of his own free will, not under duress or undue influence. This is an essential step, as it guarantees the legitimacy of the signature and protects the rights of all parties involved. The Johnsons then sign the mortgage agreement. Again, Mrs. Davis verifies their identities and ensures they are fully aware of the terms and conditions before they put pen to paper. She clarifies any doubts, making sure the Johnsons understand the commitment they are about to undertake. This is a crucial role of the notary public, ensuring that all parties are well informed and that the transaction is transparent. With all signatures in place, Mrs. Davis then stamps the documents with her official seal, making the transaction legally binding. She records the details of the transaction in her notary journal, a legal record that serves as a protective measure against any future disputes or claims. This record is a testament to the validity of the transaction and the authenticity of the signatures. This case study highlights the pivotal role a notary public plays in a real estate transaction. From verifying identities to ensuring the voluntary participation of all parties, the notary public provides a layer of protection that is invaluable in any property transaction. Notaries are like the unsung heroes of real estate. They don't just witness signatures, they ensure the integrity of the transaction, safeguarding against fraud and coercion. Their role may seem simple, but it is profound. They are the guardians of fairness, making sure everyone walks away from the table with a clear understanding of the agreement and the assurance that their rights have been protected. As seen in this case study, the presence of a notary public in a real estate transaction ensures that all documents are legally binding and that there is no room for future disputes. Their role is not just procedural, it's pivotal. They are the silent sentinels, ensuring that every I is dotted, every T is crossed, and every signature is authentic and voluntary. Now that we've seen a notary public in action, it's time to delve deeper into the notarization process. Picture this. You're on the verge of sealing a property deal, and the last hurdle is the official signing of documents. This is where the notarization process begins. The process is a tripartite one, involving the verification of identities, ensuring free will, and understanding of the document contents. Let's start with the first step, verifying identities. This is fundamental to the notarization process. The notary public must confirm that the individuals signing the documents are indeed who they claim to be. This is usually achieved by checking government-issued identification documents such as a driver's license or passport. The goal here is to prevent fraud and ensure that the parties involved in the transaction are legitimate. The second step is ensuring free will. The notary public must ascertain that each party is signing the documents willingly and is not under duress or coercion. This is a critical step, as it protects individuals from being forced into agreements or contracts against their will. The notary public is trained to observe the signers for signs of discomfort or hesitation that may indicate they're being pressured. The final step is understanding the document contents. While notary publics are not expected to provide legal advice, they do need to ensure that the parties involved have a general understanding of the document's contents. They need to be sure that the signers know what they are signing and the implications of their signature. This step is crucial in preventing disputes or misunderstandings down the line. The notarization process may seem straightforward, but it requires a keen eye, a thorough understanding of the law, and an unwavering commitment to ethics and fairness. It's a critical part of the real estate transaction that ensures everything is above board and legally binding. Understanding the notarization process underscores the importance of a notary public in safeguarding the integrity of real estate transactions. Notarization goes beyond just signing papers. It has significant legal implications. This may sound like a serious statement, and that's because it is. Notarization is not merely a bureaucratic exercise, but a process that imbues a document with legal potency. When a document is notarized, it means that a notary public, a state-appointed official, has verified the identities of the parties involved, witnessed the signing of the document, and confirmed the signer's understanding and willingness to sign. This three-step process, though it may seem simple, carries weighty legal implications. Firstly, a notarized document becomes self-authenticating. In the event of a legal dispute, a court of law will accept a notarized document as genuine without requiring additional proof of authenticity. That's because the notary public has already done the legwork of verifying the identities of the signers and their intentions. Secondly, notarization serves as a deterrent to fraud. By ensuring that the signers are who they claim to be and that they are signing willingly, the notary public helps to prevent forgery and coercion. Thirdly, a notarized document can serve as evidence in court. The notary's journal, which records the details of the notarization, can be subpoenaed in legal proceedings. This record can provide crucial information such as the date and time of the signing, the identities of the signers, and any unusual circumstances or behaviors observed. Finally, notarization gives legal force to certain documents. Some legal documents like deeds, wills, and powers of attorney are not legally enforceable unless they are notarized. In the context of real estate transactions, this means that a property sale or transfer could be invalidated if the necessary documents are not properly notarized. In summary, notarization adds a layer of legal protection to a document, making it more credible and enforceable. It serves as a bulwark against fraud and can provide valuable evidence in legal disputes. With such legal implications, the role of a notary public becomes even more critical in real estate transactions. Despite their importance, there are several misconceptions about notary publics. And it's time we put these myths to rest. One common misconception is that a notary public can offer legal advice. This is simply not true. A notary public is not a lawyer, and they are not authorized to provide legal counsel. Their role is to verify the identity of the parties involved, witness the signing of documents, and ensure that the signing is voluntary. They can explain what the process entails, but they cannot advise you on the legal implications of your documents. Another popular fallacy is that the role of a notary public is merely ceremonial. Contrary to this belief, the duties of a notary public are far from symbolic. Their job is a crucial part of the legal process, as they help prevent fraud and ensure that documents are properly executed. They are impartial witnesses who authenticate the signing of important documents, and their seal and signature lend credibility and legal weight to these documents. There's also a misconception that a notarized document is automatically legally binding. While it's true that notarization adds a level of authenticity and credibility, it doesn't necessarily mean that the document is legally sound or enforceable. Notarization doesn't validate the content of the document, it only verifies the identity of the signers and their willingness to sign. Finally, some people believe that all notary publics are the same, but this is far from true. Notary publics can specialize in different areas, including real estate, and their level of expertise can vary greatly. Some have decades of experience, while others may be relatively new to the profession. It's important to choose a notary public who is familiar with the type of documents you need notarized, especially in complex transactions like real estate. Clearing these misconceptions helps us appreciate the crucial role notary publics play in real estate transactions. They are not just stamp-wielding officials. They are skilled professionals who provide an essential service, ensuring the legitimacy and integrity of our most important transactions. Having debunked common misconceptions, let's summarize the value of a notary public in real estate transactions. The importance of a notary public in real estate transactions cannot be overstated. They are the impartial third party, the gatekeeper if you will, ensuring that every I is dotted and every T is crossed. Their role is to verify the identities of the parties involved, witness the signing of documents, and affirm that the signers understand the contents and implications of the documents they're signing. This isn't just a matter of formality, it's a safeguard against fraud, coercion, and misunderstanding. By ensuring that all parties are willingly and knowingly entering into the agreement, the notary public provides a layer of protection that is invaluable in the high-stakes world of real estate transactions. Let's remember, buying or selling a property is likely one of the biggest financial decisions in a person's life. It's a complex process with multiple steps, and it's easy for things to go wrong. A notary public is there to make sure that doesn't happen. They ensure the transaction is conducted correctly, helping to prevent costly legal disputes down the line. But beyond their legal responsibilities, the value of a notary public lies in the peace of mind they provide. With a notary public present, you can be sure that the transaction is fair, equitable, and conducted according to the law. This peace of mind is priceless, especially when you're dealing with something as significant as a property transaction. In conclusion, a notary public is an indispensable part of any real estate transaction, ensuring legality, fairness, and peace of mind for all parties involved.